Hello, Collective. I'm going to be starting a new phase of my um, schedule here for the videos I'm posting, and this one's going to be every Sunday at 2 for the Collective, and it's going to be a full Celtic cross spread, so you can see what would be involved in the initial part of a private reading with me. And if I have any questions throughout the spread or with pulling it all together for a summary of the story at the end, I'll use the Yin Yang Oracle deck for that today. So I will be starting out with a traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck, and I will shuffle, pull 10 cards, and do this spread, and we'll go from there. And I'll let you know um, what I'm thinking throughout the process, okay? So this is for the Collective. This is a full Celtic cross spread. It is not a full private reading. This is just the beginning of what a private reading would look like. It's a lot easier to do this on a tablecloth. All right, anyway, you get the gist. I can spread this out a lot better with when it's not so slick, but anyway. I'm going to pull 10 cards face down into one stack, which is what you would do. I would spread these cards out in front of you, and you would pull 10 cards face down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on. So I'm going to pull 10 cards now. Okay, we got our 10 cards now. The bottom of the deck is the Page of Cups, which is the bringer of a love message. The student of love could be someone very young that you're attracted to. And I'm not saying that young, you guys. I'm talking about someone who's a lot younger than you. All right, so we're going to put those over here, and let me just go ahead and do the spread. I don't do reversals either, so I'm going to try to get these in the screenshot here. I think I'll be able to do it. Okay. So currently you're going through a really bad heartbreak or a divorce, and or someone has betrayed you to the ultimate degree. You're still shocked from it. It still hurts so bad. This could also be grief. You could have lost someone, and this is telling me that it's a very stormy area, very stormy space to live in where you are right now. That you've been heartbroken, and what's crossing you, what's influencing this current situation that you're in, is the Three of Cups, which is could be that they're celebrating 3 cups full of love, so it could be a wedding or an anniversary or birthday or something like that. But more, I think more of a wedding than anything else. Like these are 3 bridesmaids depending on in the spread where they fall out, this could be three people also celebrating your pain. And it's almost saying, you know, and I'm just browsing through the rest of the spread here. It's saying that for to me that this is the beginning of a new phase in your life. You could let them influence you if that's the case, but you're not. You're using that energy to channel positivity out of their negativity, and you're transmuting it, and you're doing that with the help of three friends or three family members. And what's grounding you right now is Empress energy. You're full of divine feminine energy, nurturing, maternal, a matriarch, full of abundance. You have everything you need. Um, you're a mother or soon to be mother. If not, you're in a maternal relationship with either, you know, a niece or nephew or stepchild or something like that. But this is a person also who attracts, they do not chase. This is at the foundation of your situation, and it's almost like it's reminding you, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget where your roots are. Regardless of the heartbreak that you're in right now, these three people I feel in this spread is telling you, don't forget who you really are. You're getting all caught up in the heartbreak, and it's totally natural and understandable um, when you're hurt and when you're grieving, and it's traumatic, you know, and so your family or friends are trying to pull you out of it with love and support, and they're reminding you this is your foundation, this is who you really are, so don't lose sight of that. Keep that really close to your spirit. What's a recent past situation is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, the Ten of Pentacles is all about inheritance. First thing I think of is inheritance, or um, you know, a big family gathering of some kind, whether that's a birthday of a grandparent or anniversary or a wedding. This is a recent past situation. It's full of abundance. There's a lot of abundance here. This could also be, I mean, it really points to the history of the family coming together with the couple dancing in the background, the grandfather in the front with the baby. There's a dog, there's a couple dogs, there's a castle in the background. I mean, like it's all abundance and earthbound energy. This is what your recent past is telling me. And what's crowning you above all else is the Ace of Wands. This is about abundance, growth, vitality, moving forward, seizing opportunities, looking for ways to improve yourself. Um, Self care is also here. So, this is wonderful stuff. So, let's go on into the next card, which is your immediate, not so distant future. You know, your soon to be your manifestation of what you've set in motion here. You're really holding on to what your family and friends are telling you about where you come from, where you're grounded in, regardless of what you went through and how horrible it was. You are supported, and your family is at the heart of everything you do. And they are pulling you out of this by the Ace of Cups, another love card. This is the beginning of the Cups suit. And this is all about overflowing with love and abundance. And, you know, there's just so much going on here. But this is, you know, the Cups energy, which is love, wedding, true love, anniversary, the beginning of a journey, the beginning of a relationship, like I said. So this is really good stuff. So this is all, this cross here is all about your immediate situation and what grounds you and crowns you and all of that. And I'm putting that together in a second, but I think I already have, though, because it really is all about tapping back into who you really are and remembering where you came from, remembering what really drives you the most, and that is your ambition. And as a result of that, you're going to be able to pour back the love that your family gave to you. You're going to be able to return that to them, because your cup is going to runneth over, as they say, in love, and that's going to be something that's going to set your standard, and also your self-love and your heart chakra. Work out all of Really work on your heart chakra right now. It's just it's really, really important, because you're going to be able to give back to everyone who's given to you right now. And that's really important to you. So that's the current situation. And this is usually what they call a wand, or I call it like a walking stick or a stave. But anyway, this is all about influences and what you fear, what you expect to happen, where you are right now, family and friends, that kind of thing. So let's start out with the position of where you are, where you think you are right now. This is where how you perceive your current situation. This is work, 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 work. It's the 7-8. It's the 8 of Pentacles, and it's all about you're working really hard, and that's you. Your values. You value work ethic. You value working hard. And so this is a good place for you to kind of display some of this grief and feelings of abandonment, feelings of betrayal. This is a way for you to build back up your ability to bounce back from trauma, bounce back from a horrible period of time that you were in. But anyway, you look at this as your outlet. And so that's where you are right now. And then this is what people in your family and friend circle think. Excuse me. I can every time I start coughing, I have stopped and started this 3 times because I couldn't stop coughing, and I couldn't even get past the introduction. So I made it this far. I'm not going back now. This is a great reading. Okay. So this is the Page of Wands. This is the bringer of a you're a student of your family and friends think that you're learning more and more about what what you bring to the table, like as far as maybe you were laid off, maybe you were fired or something, but this is you embarking on a new journey that's full of growth and vitality. And this Page of Wands is not looking down; he's looking up at the leaves sprouting at the top of the wands. So he's optimistic, he's positive, he's got a good attitude, and this is how your friends and family see you right now. Planning ahead, learning as much as you can, working really hard, but open to new opportunities. Now, your biggest fear and your hope, this is the hopes and fears, how you see your hopes and fears. And this is a great card. So I look at this as your hope, because it's the Two of Cups. It's the bringer of two people into a commitment that is blessed by the angels. It is a soulmate, twin flame. It is all of that wonderful energy that everybody wants when they fall in love. And this is falling in love. And this is your hope. I feel like it's like once you get things settled with your heart and your mind, and get yourself like re-regulate, your nervous system or something, and you're pulling out of this with the help of family and friends. But this new prospect of this love opportunity over here with this Ace of Cups is taking you into why you hope this, because you had some seeds planted by somebody there in this immediate future section. So let's go into the King of Pentacles. This is the final outcome card. And in both of these, this uh, Ace of Cups, this is the short-term outcome. This is the King of Pentacles, which is the long-term outcome. So if you continue on the path that you're going, you may, your hope may be falling in love, and then you may place yourself in a position where this person you're falling in love with is either wealthy and somewhat arrogant about it. I don't want to say it in a bad way, but it does come across to me as someone bragging about how rich they are. And, nobody wants to hear that, right? But this is something that I feel like I have to say, because I'm going to do a clarifier on this and the Ace of Cups. But I really feel like this is possibly someone who could deter you from the path that you've created and the hard work you've put into your career. And that if you don't watch out, this person could take you off track again and get you right back into the Three of Swords, which is either breakup, grieving, divorce, that kind of thing. So I look at this as a cautionary card, because everything else looks so well, and there was a lot of pentacles in this as well. Well, there's actually no only two cards with pentacles, but there's an 8 and a 10. So your 10 is the completion of a cycle, right? And I just feel like if you dive too deep, you may lose your balance. So make sure you keep that in check. So I'm going to do let's do a couple of oracles on Ace of Cups and King of Pentacles, please. I don't even know why I just... Hold on, you guys. Let me do this again. All right, let's get a clarification on Ace of Cups for the collective. Destiny, North Node, and inner child healing. Wow. Inner child healing. You got some trauma in your past. You're working through it. I don't know if you're, I don't know how you're doing that, but you're working through it. And your family's helping you. Your friends are helping you. They're supporting you. They're doing everything they can to provide you with love and support while you work on developing, re-regulating, and working on healing that inner child. It's all about trauma, you guys. Wounding, coping mechanisms, learned behaviors, self-discovery. So you're working on ways to cope with your current situation and ways that you can work on that and expand on that so that you can prevent it maybe in the future, knowing your triggers and knowing how to manage that. And so this is all about working on that healing. It's a great card. And it's hard. You guys, recovering from trauma is an ongoing battle, and it gets easier with time, but it is not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It is very hard in the beginning because it's, you're unpeeling back a lot of onion layers that aren't so nice, and you don't want to feel them. But sometimes you have to get past it, and so you're working on that right now. And then the North Node, your destiny is about to happen. You're finding your life path, and karmic challenges and rewards are coming your way. That's wonderful. All right, let's get some, let me shuffle again. I don't know why, but I just want to. This table is so slick. I might be getting a tablecloth for it. I don't know. It's really annoying because I want to be able to shuffle them without tearing my thumbs up, because my thumbs are hurting. You get those calluses right here, All right, let's get back to this. I'm sorry if this is a little scattered shuffling this deck. I don't know why. So weird. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles for collective. Clarification. I thought something jumped out. It'll come back. If it's meant to be, it'll come back. All right. Freedom, structure, foundation, masculine energy. Probably got a lot on this one. Confront, sabotage, conflicts, mood swings, trust issues, manipulation, and patterns. Don't let this King of Pentacles do this to you. Conflicts, mood swings, trust issues, jealousy, possessiveness, manipulation patterns. You need to see these red flags way before you commit to this person. This is just a warning card. It is what it is. This is a masculine energy. It's a yang energy. Wounded, controlling, aggressive, ego, assertive, protective, confident, logical. So you're attracted to that logical, confident, assertive, and protected. You're really attracted to that. But with the sweet comes the sour, and a wounded person who's controlling, aggressive, and it has a big ego is right in line with somebody who would sabotage you or manipulate you or gaslight you and make you think that what you're thinking about in the facts of what's happening right now is all in your head. And let me tell you, healing from that is one of the most awakening moments I have ever had in my life. Um, and I wouldn't go back and change a thing. I would in the healing process. I would not change anything. What I've said, what I've done, I would not change a thing. Structure, foundation. Wants to build a foundation, balance, building slow and steady, forming. This is where you are with this relationship. You want to go slow. You want a foundation. You want the audit. You don't want to rush to marriage. And I feel like this person wants you to themselves. They're very controlling and protective, and watch out. Just be careful. But you know, this is coming from the strong family and friends foundation that you met here in the immediate future, immediate past situation. You have this structure that is helping you get the momentum to get your life back in order, and you want to take that with you. You don't want to get rid of that, and you don't want to lose your independence either. And this card is all about freedom. So you have freedom, take a leap of faith, breaking free, a new cycle, fast changes, and new direction. So be prepared. If this person cannot respect your boundaries with this structure that you need to have in your life, and the fact that you need some control over your own life, not that you're just going to take this control or situation that you have built up where you can control your feelings and emotions and environment. You're not going to let that go just because someone else wants to do it for you. This whole entire spread is about reading, is about empowerment, empowering yourself to continue, keep going, don't give up, because you're going to be in a better position even if you did not have this wonderful person in your life who may or may not have control issues, anger issues, possessive issues. And those are signs of a future domestic. I'm just saying, y'all, I was a social worker for almost 30 years. And I've never seen one person who abused their spouse and had no remorse. I never, it was always the other person's fault. It was always in their head. They minimized it until pictures surfaced in court. So you deserve to be happy in the long run, not just right now. And you're really urging this person to take it slow because you want your freedom. You deserve to have your cake and eat it too. When it comes to a relationship and work, you deserve to have a successful, satisfying, happy, giving and trusting relationship with whatever gender you identify that you're attracted to, and at the same time maintain your structure and your foundation that you worked so hard on before you met this person. All this work here happened before this person ever came into your life. So don't forget that, and don't forget how wonderful it felt when you started embarking on the working part and the trusting part and all the things your family's helping you see the real empress inside of you. Don't forget that, because in the future you may crave freedom again because you've let it go, and it's harder to get back than it is to it's harder to rebuild than it is to prevent it in the first place. But we live in a society of crisis intervention, so we don't think about prevention as much anymore like we used to. So try to be, instead of being sorry, the government says, I say do better. Just do better. And so you're doing better and you've done better and you deserve to continue that. I hope this resonates with you. Sorry for the hiccups throughout the reading, guys. But I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for all the likes. I see all of them. I see the comments, and I just really appreciate all of you and all of the things you've done, whether it be subscribe or like or comment or download and upload. There are rules on YouTube where a new creator has to get a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of downloads and a certain number of watch hours if you don't provide shorts. And so every time we say thank you for subscribing, it's free, it's because we can't make any money at all on YouTube, even a small amount through memberships or whatever. We can't even charge memberships until we reach those benchmarks, like 500 subscribers and like, I don't know, I think it's 3,000 watch time hours. And I've only, like, I think I have 40 some now. And I've already met the criteria for the downloads. Anyway, I go through all of this with you to let you know, just like a housekeeping thing for the week, that when we say just please subscribe, like, thank you, you can, I mean, I'm not telling you to turn the notification bell off because I want you to get notifications so you're the first to know about the readings. But at the same time, I also understand that sometimes you don't want to see something in your on your for you page all the time, other things that you don't watch every day. And I get that. And I would love for you to come back every day. But I understand because you're looking at zodiacs. And I go and look at my zodiac sign first when I'm looking at other tarot readers. And so I understand. Um, anyway, so thank you again for subscribing. And thanks again for all of your support. And I'll see you next time. Have a great Sunday.